Hello and welcome to the first 8 weeks of microcomputer applications. Um, it is an 8 week class, so please keep in mind that it's half the time as a normal class, but that means it's double the work because we still have to do all the things that a regular 16-week class does. So just please keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be over quickly. So work very hard right now to make sure that you're not getting behind. Um, anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just want you to understand up front, it's not harder than the other class. It's identical to the other class, but everything has to be turned in half the time. So, I also want to kind of go over a few things to expect and kind of what to look for, and you get the point. In our class, you'll see some tabs at the top, content calendar, all these up here. The ones I want you to focus on are content. This is where the entire class is. Everything that you'll see every single week will be in the content section. Announcements, skip discussions. If we do, we will do a few discussions this semester, not a whole lot, but those will be in your weekly folders, not, don't use the discussion tab. Gradebook. Gradebook is for grades and getting feedback. It is not for looking for due dates. I've noticed that the gradebook, when you click on the gradebook to see your grades, that yes, it does show due dates, but sometimes it doesn't show all the due dates. I've noticed. So do not rely on that, please. And then messages. So make sure that you are checking your messages, checking your student email, all of that. No matter what, you will see course information. This is a folder and it has everything that you need for our class as far as information. My faculty information, the tech support links, the course description, the technology requirements. Um, you see the whole list. Those are all hyperlinked to various different types of information. I will say if I could say one thing now, make sure that you're using the desktop version of Microsoft Office. Also, if you're on a Mac, and you'll notice on your screen, I am also on a Mac. When we get to the Access chapter, so it's Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. When we get to the Access chapter, which is the last one that we will do, you absolutely cannot use a Mac. Microsoft never wrote a Mac version of Access, ever. Okay? So even I have to use a PC when we're doing our access. Luckily, I have both a Mac and a PC. If you are only a Mac user, you absolutely will have to use a PC um, during that access unit that we have at the end of the semester. Okay? Just keep that in mind. If you are only used to using the Online 365 version of Word, Access, and Excel, and PowerPoint, you'll need to download the desktop version. I have given you in the announcements, and you can click those because you'll see them. I already have them out there for you. In the announcements link, there is um, a couple of direct links in the post that I made today. You'll see it in it. I think the title says, "What computer are you using?" Chromebooks are not allowed. Um, Chromebooks are not allowed. Let me rephrase that. Let me say it again. Chromebooks are not allowed. Chromebooks are not allowed in college. Is somebody going to kick you out for having one? Absolutely not. But I want you to think of a Chromebook like Chromebooks are for high school, real laptops are for college. Chromebooks are only a partial computer. It does not upgrade to normal computer settings. Blackboard does not all show up on a Chromebook. Um, can't get Microsoft on a Chromebook. This whole class is about Microsoft. You can't get it at all on a Chromebook. You can get some online versions. That is not going to really help you in this class. So you need a PC specifically. I don't care if it's a desktop or a laptop, but you're going to need the Microsoft Office Suite, the desktop version. So that is free for you. I've given you a link in the announcements if you need it. Many of us already have it. If you have checked out a computer from the library, it's probably already on there. If you get a library computer and they tell you just use the online version, I need you to tell me the same day that that happens because they know that our class specifically needs the desktop version to be added to that laptop if it's not already on there. I'll be happy to facilitate that conversation if maybe a new person in tech support on campus doesn't know that for sure. Okay, I'm happy to help with that. That needs to be done this week though. So because we are in double time, that means that what normally takes us 2 weeks has to be done this week. All right, week one, and this is all I'm going to talk about in week one. Week one, you've got a list of things to do. Every week I'm going to post a list of things to do. Here's what's due this day. Here's what's due this day. First things first, and you'll see this on the syllabus video. Most of our due dates are on Thursdays and Sundays. For this one week, our very first deadline is on Friday. And it is because we're starting a day late. So this is what's due on Friday. You've got the welcome video that you're watching now, the syllabus and the syllabus quiz slash course agreement, introductions. There is a video, and I'll show you in just a second. It's SimBook training. It is me walking us through the intro chapter. Now, your textbook for this course, and it's a simulation. So it's a textbook that we read through and a simulation that we practice the steps to learn how to do it. Okay. Um, there is a video of me walking us through the intro chapter together. So if you are lucky enough to have split screens or two computers, you can have my video up and walk with me side by side. That I'll show you where that's at. I want to make sure that you understand, and this is in the syllabus video too. Make sure when you're going through what we call trainings, they're called weekly trainings. SimBook trainings is actually what they're titled. Um, each of those chapters, you get a grade on the let me try. So you'll see buttons that say show me. There is a button that says guide me, and there is a button that says let me try. The show me is the simulation showing you how to do something step by step. Guide me is they're giving you written instructions, and when you get stuck, you can click a button that it shows you how to finish it. And then the let me try is you attempting what they've just taught you how to do in this simulation. Now, the let me tries, though, are unlimited. So don't move to the next one until you've got that let me try correct. Okay? At the end of every chapter, you'll have what's called a guided practice, and that is you showing the mastery of the skill that you just learned. So you'll be doing it inside of Word or inside of Excel. You're not in the simulation. You're in the desktop version of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, which is why the desktop version is very important. When Microsoft wrote their online version, they did not give you access to everything that you need to complete certain projects. And that's unfortunate because it messes us up. So keep in mind that you need the desktop version so you can successfully complete all the guided practices. Okay. You can't do it on a tablet. You can't do it on an iPad. And you need to be on a real computer. There is an open computer lab outside of my office in BTC. I'm on the second floor of BTC, and I literally share a wall with an open computer lab, and it's open from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 5 on Fridays. It is there for you to drop in and use anytime you need it. So if a computer is something that is a challenge right now, and maybe the list at the library is long to check one out, do not fret. There is an open computer lab outside my office, and it's open until 8:30 or 9 o'clock every night. So use your time wisely and schedule time for yourself to hop over to the computer lab if you need to. So all of that is due on Friday. And then on Sunday is chapter one SimBook simulation training. So the intro chapter that I mentioned that's due on Friday is your very first, let's walk through how this works. And you do get a grade for it, but it is very low stakes, non-stress. Let's work through it together so you can start learning how this simulation works. Then on Sunday, you've got your very first chapter work that's due. So you've got the simulation training. Again, you're focusing on the let me tries. And if you click on the let me tries, and you'll see this in the video that the other video. Um, if you go directly to a let me try without doing the show me or guide me first, because you can do all three, that's fine. And if you get stuck, there is a button that you can go back and go do the show me so it can show you how to do it real quick. So again, very low stakes, but you need to do it until you master it. So do the let me try, and there will be several in each chapter. Do every let me try step multiple times until you get them all right so that you're ending with 100 before you're moving forward to the next one. Okay? Then the chapter one word guided project. So this is you getting into the real word. It's going to give you a list of instructions. Sometimes it'll also give you a file to start with. Sometimes it doesn't. Um, then you you work through that, you save your document, and then you upload it. There's a link there to upload it. Um, should you get stuck this week, any week, but especially this week, because I want all of us to do really well this week to kind of start off with a bang. Um, I want you to email me immediately. Immediately, immediately. Email me immediately. Um, I don't want you to give up this quick in the game. I want you to just reach out to me and say, here's what's not working. Send me a screenshot also. Screenshots. Don't make me reply to your email and say, okay, send me a screenshot so I can see what's happening. Immediately email me. Okay? So we've got a lot to do, and we will have a lot to do because we still have to do the same amount of work that everybody else has to do, but we have to do it in half the time. But it's over quickly. We'll be done before spring break, and we won't have to look at it again. Now, here's the stuff that's due Friday. Here's the stuff that's due Sunday. As a reminder, this is the only week that you have something due on Friday. Everything else, our two due dates will be Thursday and Sunday unless otherwise noted. And I think the only other week that we have something due on a non Thursday or Friday might be finals. But this is I mean, non Thursday or Sunday is maybe finals. And I'm still trying to work it out to where that can end on a Thursday. So I'm working on that. Okay. This is everything is due. It sounds like a lot. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I feel like I'm talking fast. Syllabus quiz. Introductions. There's also, and I just realized I didn't type it on this list. Pause, plan, commit. There is a pause, plan, commit in there, and it is for you to commit to doing what you need to for yourself this week. So you'll see it. You'll see it. There's a short 1 minute video to go with it. Um, all right. Closing this. Here's the pause, plan, commit. It's very short. I also want to show you that what's due on Friday is in this folder, what's due on Sunday is in this folder. That way nothing gets lost. I don't want you to get lost with all the things. So make sure that you're seeing here's what's due Friday, here's what's due Sunday, and you're opening that folder so that you can see. So like here's everything that's due Friday. Here's the walkthrough video, and it's me sharing my screen while I'm doing that intro simulation with you. So do it with me together. Let's that's how we would do it if we were in a regular classroom together. We would all have our computers open at the same time, and mine would be up on the projector. So I feel like I was talking fast. That was a lot. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to work with you. If you look at this and you're like, I have no idea what this lady's talking about, and I've never used a computer before, email me right now. Hang up and email me. I need to know if you're already struggling with computers. I need to know that today. If you're not good with at least the basics of understanding turning a computer on, opening various apps or icons, typing with all 10 fingers. I need to know that. I need to know immediately. If you need tutoring, you can schedule an appointment with me, or we actually have a tutor that does microapps tutoring Monday through Friday over in the tutoring lab. So never give up, but reach out to me before you do anything else. Okay? Anyway, I hope you have a great start to the semester. Don't give up. Don't get overwhelmed. I do care that you do well. And we need to start off doing well if we're going to end up doing well. So we've got this. I'll talk to you soon.